Hello, learners, and welcome to week 5 of U.S. History Foundations to Reconstruction. Okay, so this week's assignments, you're going to do units 1.8 and 1.9. So you're going to do the Puritan Migration, the Settlement of New England, and quiz 2, Colonization Begins. So you're going to be focusing on immigration and why people decided to settle in New England. Okay, so our learning target for today is I can identify the changes motivating Puritans to move to Massachusetts. So why are they willing to take that risk? Okay, so this week things are set up a little bit differently. It's sort of set up like connects you. So you're going to have your 6 E's this week. So it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to go through this with you, and then we'll talk about a few things. But we have our engage section, we have a little bit of exploration, we have our explain. Like I said, this is just like connects you now. We're going to evaluate, elaborate, express, and then wrap it up. So you can see it's very much just like connects you. So we're sort of making the change this week. Okay, so here we go. We're going to watch this video. It's a brain pop video on immigration.
Hey, how do you say meatball sandwich in Portuguese? Sanduíche do almôndega, por favor. Dear Tim and Moby, my social studies teacher said America is a country of immigrants. What does that mean? From Myra. Your teacher's right. America was founded, colonized, and built up to what it is today mostly by immigrants and their children. Immigrants are people who settle in a country they weren't born in. Except for American Indians and Native Hawaiians, pretty much every citizen of the United States is either from another country or descended from people from other countries. As opposed to a place like, say, China, where most people belong to families who have lived there for thousands of years. The original settlers of the 13 American colonies came mainly from European countries, especially Great Britain. Well, they came for a few reasons. Many of them were poor and attracted by the almost unlimited economic opportunity of a new land. Many were escaping religious intolerance in their home countries. In America, there was much less control over people's religious beliefs and political beliefs. Finally, there was space. America had tons of unpopulated land compared to Europe. Those same things, money, freedom, and space, continued to drive American immigration over the next few hundred years. In the 1800s, the United States encouraged immigration, almost without any restrictions. Starting in the 1840s, immigrants flooded into the country, escaping war, hunger, and poverty in their home countries. Millions of those newcomers passed through Ellis Island, an immigration processing center that opened in New York Harbor in 1892. 12 million immigrants, mostly from Europe, passed through there, and it's estimated that nearly 1 out of 4 Americans can trace an ancestor back to Ellis Island. These days, 1.5 million immigrants from around the world enter the United States every year. And because the demand to get in is still so high, countless undocumented immigrants arrive each year, too. Those are immigrants who come into the country without the government's permission. Yeah, you can't just move to whatever country you want. Even if you're just visiting for a short time, like on vacation, government workers called customs agents will check you when you arrive. Illegal immigration has become kind of a big deal. Some people believe illegal immigrants should be allowed to stay in the United States and work toward getting their citizenship. They argue that these immigrants are what the American dream is all about, giving everyone a chance to make better lives for themselves. Others say that offering citizenship to people who've snuck into the country isn't fair to the ones who followed the rules and are still waiting to get in. It's a controversial issue because so many Americans have immigrants in their families. Like me. My father's grandparents arrived at Ellis Island from Wales in the 1920s. And my great-grandpa does not have a speech impediment. It's an accent, a Welsh accent. Anyway, my mother's family immigrated from Japan. Are you going to mock my grandmother now?
Okay, so hopefully that gave you a better understanding of, why people would come here to America, what immigration's about, how it's been, something that has been going on for ages, but now it is limited to who can come and who cannot come. Okay, so we give citizenship to people about 1 million a year. We let about 1 million of immigrants in per year. Obviously, that's legal. So many more are sneaking in. So it is a very, very hot topic, just like it said in the video. So after we're done watching this video, I'd like you to ask somebody in your house if they know where your ancestors came from, if they know anything about your history, and find a little bit about yourself. Okay, so for this lesson, you're going to want to go into Odysseyware and go into where it says Puritan Migration and Settlement of New England. And you're going to want to look at that lesson, read through it. It's going to give you a better idea of the Puritans settling, what happened, why they came over. You're also going to watch this video on the Massachusetts Bay Colony. I do have the rights to it. However, I wasn't able to download it, so the quality is not as good as I would like it to be. And when you're done with this, you're going to go in and complete the Quizlet. Okay, and then you're going to continue onward. Why were the Puritans motivated to move to Massachusetts? And hopefully you have a better idea of that after you're done watching the video and exploring the resources in your lesson. Then I want you to take this Quizlet test on the Massachusetts Bay Colony just to check your understanding. And then you're going to go into the elaborate section where you will compare and contrast the motivating factors of immigration at the time of the Massachusetts Bay Colony to that of present day using the Venn diagram. And then you can take a picture of it and upload it. But think about, why the Puritans came here, what they accomplished versus some of the immigration of today. And even if you want to go out and look at additional resources, you're more than welcome to, other than what is provided. And then at the end, I'm going to want you to write a short reflection answering the following question. What new information have you learned from this lesson? Okay, so think to yourself, what information have you gained about the Puritans and why they decided to settle in what's now Massachusetts and New Hampshire? Okay, and here's the class overview again. We're still on the foundations of the American Republic. Okay, so I know this is a little bit different than what you're used to. But like I said, we are going to be using the 6 E's now for the history class. And it's all going to be laid out in Google Classroom, just like it is for ConnectsU. So if you have any questions, please reach out. But all the resources will be there for you to explore. And if you want to go out and get more resources, you're more than welcome to. Okay? Thanks so much.